Okay, so let's talk choke defenses real fast. We're not plucking anymore. So, let's talk about the plug just for a second. You know, one of the standard lines is, well, we want to make an instinctual movement. Okay, and I understand it, I get it. But the truth is, this is not an instinctual movement. This may be, and this may be. This echo-proxic kind of thing. But this in and of itself is not. And for the system to maintain its true identity and be true to what the principles are and keep it as simple as possible, we don't want 1, 2, 3 different defenses for more or less the same thing. So if we're teaching choke from the front, we can say static all we want, but the truth is this is a race type attack. It's very rare that this attack is going to happen and him just stop right there. The attack has some impetus to it, it has momentum to it, it has rage behind it. So when Sam attacks me, there's more likely going to be some semblance of forward pressure. Most of the time, the static choke is only because instructors are running around the room saying, no push. You see it all of the time in stress training drills where initial movement, maybe they try to pluck and then they immediately transition to the stabbing defense. And this is why. There's almost always a push behind it. So why have 3 different defenses for basically the same thing when we can accomplish it with one? And it works static if it happens. It works with a push. It works against the wall. It's the same more or less from the front and from the back. So when Sam makes the attack, I'm making this defense, and I can do it all essentially with a single arm if I needed to, as opposed to having to determine whether I'm going to do this one, or whether I'm going to do this one, or whether I'm going to do this one, whether there's a push or there's not a push, or whether I'm on an incline or a decline, or a slippery surface, or there's something between Sam and I, or how close he's choking me, or how extended his arms are, how tall he is, all these things that come into play when I'm deciding whether to do this or this or this. Don't need it. Besides that, this is just a stronger movement. When I stab here and I turn against the plane of his wrist, it's my whole body working just against the plane of Sam's wrist. In my private lessons all the time, I'm working with children or women or just smaller people in general, I always teach this one because it's stronger. And we can get away with the idea that this is an instinctual movement. It's just not. Yes, the hands may go to where the pain and the discomfort is, but they're not going there and doing this. They're going there and doing this, or there's an egoproxic tendency to want to re-choke. But they're not doing this. So, teach people here. You're going to teach them this anyway later on. And now we can deal with the same problem in different variations one way. So choke from the front, choke from behind, no pluck, straight to the stabbing defense, works with the static choke, works with the push choke, works against the wall.